can't even make this. I literally contemplated trying to somehow pull out my phone and take a video of him scrolling through photos of expensive cars that he's owned. Because I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, no way he's doing this right now. No way he's pulling up fancy ass cars, bragging about them on a first date. No, he was. Totally was. Literally shows me pictures of his house that he's building, scrolling through it. It's like $1 million house. I don't care. I don't care. Oh my God.
Sound like a hater, bro.
He's like, oh, went for a run? Like, yeah. He's like, how far did you run? It's like, I just sprinted a mile, like, and then I walked the rest of the way. Like, it wasn't anything serious. He's like, well, I've done a decathlon. I don't know what it was, but he's like, do you know what an Ironman is? Like, yeah. It's like, well, it's 10 of those combined all at once. It's like, I've done one. I just do them for fun. I go, cool. Well, that sounds crazy to me. Sounds like something a crazy person would do. I don't know why you brag about that. You okay?
You're a hater, bro.
He's not the right girl for him. Sorry. I know you came here to get an ego boost. You're not gonna get it. Not for me. Also, I told him I was coming in workout clothes. Because it was at like 5:30 and it was like near my house. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like trying because I kind of knew this guy was gonna be a douchebag. So he goes, wow, nice of you to dress up. So I will. I'm like, he shows up in a distressed t-shirt that he has cut the collar out. He's wearing a women's necklace. Total Austin type. His shirt has like paint stains on it. He goes, yeah, I don't like new stuff. I don't like new stuff. I hate the look of a new crisp shirt. There are a couple holes in it myself before I wear it. He's wearing Golden Goose sneakers. I said, I hate those. I hate those. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Who's paying for that? Who? Not me. He's like, how's the online dating going for you? Like, you know? I said, obviously not great. I'm here. Okay, trying to make a joke. He didn't get it. It's like,
I know.
It's really rude.
It was rude. Because you're saying that he is a jerk and here you are being a jerk. So, yeah, your vibe. I mean, well, it's Austin, first of all. No offense. So I get it. But you're kind of being a jerk as well. You guys seem to compliment each other. So I understand that he's being a jerk, but you're not absolved.
Feel really great now. I wasn't trying to make you feel good, bro. I'm being honest. I don't know how else to be. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm exhausted.
Dating apps are not hard. Literally have your troll on the app, and then when you get on the date, ask them about urban planning.
Great.
And then use what the last guy said to impress the next guy, and he'll kiss you in about 15 minutes. You won't even want it.
Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed. But dating is not the same as it was 10 years ago. Everyone has like this negative experience when it comes to dating. And I'm going to speak specifically to the Black community, but
right.
I'm going to leave this post open to all races.
Okay.
Because, you know, different perspectives can bring different outlooks. So I know that with this dating situation, there has been a divide between men and women based off of our experiences.
Right.
And I want to start posting to kind of get to the root of the issue. The problem is that we can't have a safe space for men or women without everyone attacking each other. So when I do post these things, let's just be mindful and respectful to what everyone have to say and in the comments. So for instance, if men respond, women, give them the opportunity to say what they need to say and just like the comment to acknowledge what they have to say. Men, be respectful. Same thing for women.
Like the
women
idea.
Have the space to say what they need to say. Men, allow them to say what they need to say without responding negatively and just like the post. But now that we know the rules to this, and I'm sure not everyone's going to follow it, but I'm just hoping and praying that we can kind of just squash this disrespect between everyone. So this question is for men and men only. What are some challenges that you wish women knew that you guys face when it comes to dating? Women, do not combat this at all. If you see a comment, just like the comment, acknowledge what they have to say. The next post will be for you. But men, what are some challenges you guys face that you wish we really knew and understood?
Honestly, I would say that it doesn't seem like women give men any type of space. Like modern women, to be specific, they don't give them any space to really do anything, to really be the leader in the relationship. It always comes conditionally. It always comes, or most of the time, I should say, not always, but it comes conditionally. Like you have to, it's basically like being hired to do security. As a security guard, you're going to need the keys to the whole entire place, basically the whole entire place, and you're going to need access. And for security guards, most of them, obviously, they're going to have a control room, right? This is where I run my operations out of. And there's going to be little things on any job, but specifically security, that you need. You come in and you say, okay, you guys, the last guy did it like this, or the last security guard did it like this, but I'm going to set up my control room like this, or I'm going to set up the facilities, the area, the perimeter in such a way. And modern women, or I should say the employer in this example, they'll look at the person and say, no, we don't want it run like that. And then you're looking at them like, why did you even come to me then? You said that you wanted an expert, but you're not listening to what I have to say. You say that you want me to secure the place, but then you don't give me the keys. You don't give me any access. And then you say, okay, well, don't you worry about it. You just come to me for access whenever you need it. How does that work? If you want me to be the security guard and I got to continue asking you for access, then why don't you just be the security guard? You don't need me. You don't need my protection. You don't need my expertise. You going to hold the keys, the access codes. You going to lock the doors. Oh, but a real security guard, they would come in and they would do whatever it needs, whatever needs to be done in order to get this place protected and secure. Right. So what would that look like? Kicking down the door, taking names, just making sure that stuff gets done. But specifically like what? Because then at that point in time, that would be me forcing myself into situations and areas where you have the door locked and I'm not wanted clearly. That's what modern women be doing. They be locking their heart. They be locking their mind. They be locking their finances. And if you have kids, they be locking their kids away. Don't say nothing to my kids. Don't tell me nothing about my finances. Don't tell me nothing about what I got going on. Don't tell me nothing about my trauma. And a man is saying, well, I need access to all that. You want me to protect and provide for you, but I don't have access to any of that. So I don't know what's going on. Well, you should be able to read my body language. You should be able to tell by the way I flicker my eye and I flutter my eyelashes and I bat my eyes or the way my ear is red on one side and it's not red on the other side. You should be able to know what's going on. And you should be a real alpha male and just come in here and just do whatever you need to do to win me over and win my love and just break the chains of bitterness that I've had for so many years. No, I'm not doing that. If you're going to act crazy like this, if you're going to act silly like this, go find another man to do that. There's plenty of them out there. There's not. Because they're going to look at you and say, oh man, she's beautiful. But then they're going to see that you don't give nobody no access and no space to do their job. So I would say for modern women, you have to allow a man space to take over things. And just because you don't like the way it's done, assuming that he's not mistreating you, just because you don't like the way it's done doesn't mean that it's not being done correctly. I know how to set it up. I know what needs to go where. Well, I would have set this up on the first floor. I'd have set cameras up on the first floor. I'd have done it on the third floor. Okay, great for you. But you know what men do in that time period? They say, okay, because I want to make you happy, I'll do it. Even though I don't think it needs to be done, I'll do it. And it's never enough. It's never enough for these modern women. You took me on a date to $100 restaurant? Yeah, what's wrong with that? I just really looking for something and at least 250, at least as bare minimum, at least 200. You spent my money on flowers, but these look cheap. It's $10. At least you could have done was spend $100 on some flowers. No, absolutely not. No.
I just want to say there's no hope for these men. Why is my tire so flat? Hold on. Why is my tire so flat I can't even drive on it? And these dusty want to drive up in a Renault right next to me talking about, hey, shorty. I'm like, yes? Hey, you fine? What's your Instagram? You not see me trying to change my tire? You're sitting in the car asking me for my Instagram?
Nobody wants to be bothered with that. But give me your number and I'll think about making an investment in you. And as a matter of fact, let me go look at your Instagram. This what we doing? Man, you got your chest all out. You got your body parts exposed. Behind all out. Name is Whoa Kinsey. Whoa, Kinsey is right. That's correct. What are you doing, sis? Why do you have this stuff going on? What type of man, where is going to take care of that? How do you think that men are going to view you? Got your legs all out? This all right. This ain't bad compared to what else she got going on. At the fair doing her thing, whatever it is, okay? Sorry, picture, all right. Ain't nothing going on. All right. How come you couldn't have something like that? Huh? And even with all right. You know what? I get it. I get what you got going on. But what I'm trying to tell you is y'all be out here doing this, wearing this type of stuff and expect a man to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to stop and help that. No, I'm only concerned about what you look like so that I can get in your pants and then lead you to go ahead and change your tire by yourself.
Because I don't know about y'all, but my husband comes home on certain days and his mental health is not good because of what he's dealing with out in the world.
Yeah.
And I have two choices. I can be his peace and create peace, or I can be the storm and create chaos. And I created chaos for so long that my husband, any of y'all's husbands just sit in the driveway for 15 minutes and they don't want to come inside and they're listening to music or doing something on their phone because they know that the second they walk in the house, they're getting railed. Like, oh my God, finally you're home. Take this baby. Oh my gosh, I haven't showered all day. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Like, listen, I was that wife. I get it. But my role as a wife is when my husband comes home, I go, okay, babe, I know you had a rough day. I can see it all over you. Let's go take your boots off. Go sit down. You want to watch YouTube? You want to go on TikTok and scroll? I'll bring you something to eat, something to drink, a snack, whatever. And you just decompress. You want to go take a shower? Go take a shower. Decompress. Because then my husband can take a moment to himself from his hard day and he can say, all right, I'm decompressed. Now I can jump in and help you wherever. And I think we just get in this mindset of like, oh my gosh, we're at home with the kids all day. Yep. That's what we're supposed to do. Yep. And we're tired. When do I get my break? Blah, 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 blah. I hate to break it to y'all. You're never going to get a break till you did.
You need a buddy, not a spouse. You really just want the wedding, not the marriage. You want the cute Christmas cards, but not the struggle of getting to know your spouse's family. Yep. You want the long vacations, but you don't want the long nights of grinding. You want the big happy family, but not the years of counseling so that you can heal your traumas so you don't pass them on to your kids. You want the cute date nights, but not the arguments where you're fighting to get on the same page. You want that mind-blowing in loves, but not the patience that it takes to get to know your partner's body and to survive those dry seasons. And here's the big one. You want them to meet your needs, but you're not willing to sacrifice your immediate wants to meet theirs. You want somebody there for when you need them, but you don't really want the commitment. Amen. Marriage is great, but marriage is work. Yes, and if you don't want to put in the work, get out of here. Planning your divorce.
Ladies, your man does not want to listen to you talk about your problems unless you are willing to actually listen to his solution for your problems. If you want to just go talk and vent, that's what you have other women for. And you need to go to them. You need to go to your friends instead of going to your man because he does not want to hear about anything if you are not going to listen to him when he tries to solve your problem. Now, on the flip side of this, believe it or not, men are willing to listen to women's stories as long as they are not ones where we are just complaining about something. If we are talking about how we won our day and the cool stories in our day and what we did that we really, really loved, they want to hear all about that. But they do not want to hear about us complaining, and they do not want to hear about the problems that we are not willing to listen to them solve.
Is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress in order for you to be his wife?
Where your shirt at?
Different if you were covered up, but baby, you got
tape on. A man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself. Knowing what you are exposing yourself, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. If you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here, because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself.
Exactly. You're sitting out there in front of all those people with your chest out, with your chest, and then to cover the stuff that you have to cover because society says so you don't get in trouble. Then you put tape over it. That's not classy. And men continue to tell these modern women about how they present themselves, and women be mad at, oh, he had this on and he didn't do this and he was looking like, well, look at how you look. You be saying stuff about how he's a problem, but look at how you look.
So he knows I'm going to lunch.
He knows you're
He
going to
knows
lunch.
my vibe. He knows how I like to move, and he only sent $30.
Only $30.
I'm not gonna bend over backward for a man that is just sending whatever he can. But if I'm talking to him, next time I'm out and he says, "Oh, you need something for lunch," I'm gonna tell him it's okay. Somebody already sent me $100.
Okay. If we're being completely honest, right here, right now, we've all eaten lunch for $30.
Yes.
Let's start
100%. Little cafe spot, baby.
I'm
Yeah.
getting lunch for $17. I need to snap us and get something popping, but
We're not saying that we're ungrateful.
Right.
Food is food on the table. However, you know what the standard is.
Correct.
Me in that situation, handling it with grace. Thank you so much, baby. I'm so appreciative. I'm gonna still take a picture of that bill and I'm gonna send it to him. Thank you for the 30. That was the tip.
Also, men, if you know that you cannot give $30 or if it's hard for you to give, then you need to date within
Don't
your...
date. Do
You
not
can
date.
date. No, you can.
Do not date.
But date with the woman that, number
not
one,
date.
does not have that expectation. Or number two, it's in that
Stupid. All of them are stupid. Every single one of them. Don't date because you can't pay for $30, a $30 lunch. We've all gone to lunch for less than $30. I know a spot, but the expectation is that you pay a premium and I don't even know you. The expectation is that you continue to pay a premium and I'm not bringing anything to the table. I've not yet heard you tell us what you're going to do for a man. I've not yet heard you say how you're going to surprise a man, what you're going to be doing to make that man's life easier. It's all about, well, send me $30. Hey, I appreciate you sending me $30, but that's just a tip. Well, it sounds like and looks like you need a little bit more discipline and money management. That's what that sounds like to me. $30 for lunch, I think that's okay. And then you're going to want to eat dinner, right? So I'm just helping you out. I think you can go to Wingstop and get a bunch for $30. You can go to any fast food restaurant and get a bunch for $30. Even some of these more reputable restaurants, they have a special going on. You can go to a nice restaurant and get a meal for that. Maybe not the most expensive restaurant, but a pretty nice, upstanding, highly rated restaurant. You can get lunch for that. They have a lot of specials in a lot of different areas that I know that you know about. But you're sitting up here with your legs crossed, talking stupid. Sitting up here, the aesthetic's always going to be there. I got my nails done, got my legs done, got my hair done, my makeup on, it's slaying. But what else is going to slay is my common sense. What else is going to slay is I don't know what I'm talking about. It's killed over, it's dead. It's not in it, it's not there anymore. Modern women, man. They say so much stupid stuff and wonder why men don't want to wife them up. Wonder why men don't want to be bothered with them because y'all be talking stupid. Y'all say this stuff to their face and then expect them to accept it. Who are you?
that rain.
I think I've noticed that men are now the prize. It's like, before women can form, you can start for a guy, he's going to be patient. But these days, men are not patient anymore. It's like, you give them drama, they're out, they're gone. They don't even have time for your drama anymore.
How is that anything to do with the prize? You shouldn't have been doing that anyway. You shouldn't have been acting a fool anyway. Men are the prize now. No, men are waking up and they're smart and they said, well, you know what? You've been doing a lot of stupid stuff. I'm out. Oh, oh, so you think you bet? No, I just think I don't want to be around you anymore. Get out of my face.
Men will come on social media and they'll say, I want a girl who never had a phase. I want a girl who's never been a...
So some guys are expressing their stricter standards. What exactly is wrong with that?
Meanwhile, that man is following bikini models, lingerie models, a bunch of half-naked women on social media.
Newsflash. Most men are visually motivated. This shouldn't come as a surprise.
If that's your following list, if that's what you're looking at on social media or on the internet, if that's your search history, you are in your hoe phase. That is hoe behavior.
Yes, we have arrived at that point where looking at attractive people now means that a person is in their hoe phase. Remember, ladies, this is true of you too.
Don't come on here blasting out your preferences for a woman. You're not husband material. You can't make a guy that's got a nasty search history a husband.
Heard it here first. A person is no longer marriage material if they enjoy looking at attractive people on the internet. I really hope none of these women follow any attractive men.
You're not husband material. So clean that up, figure that out, look within, figure out why you're looking at naked woman after naked woman, bikini model after bikini model. Look deep within and figure out what's going on there. That's tacky behavior. Yeah, so figure that out before you even come on here saying what you're looking for in a wife and a girl. You got some stuff to work out first.
Frankly, it would have just been easier to admit that one can't meet a man's standards in regards to what he looks for in a partner than trying to shame them for looking at women in bikinis.
I get what you're saying. I really do. If a man is looking, because that can be considered cheating in some relationships where your mind is focused on a woman in a bikini. It'd be one thing if you're following her for fashion or something like that, but she's in a bikini. So at that point in time, you're lusting after her and your attention is toward her instead of whoever you're trying to be in a relationship. So I get it from that perspective, but I think it's just my thought process. I think maybe going and actually physically being with somebody is just a tad bit worse than thinking about them. It is terrible that you're thinking about them and definitely you should not be doing that. If there's anybody, I definitely don't want to absolve or let men off the hook of taking responsibility and accountability for not doing that. But at the same time, I think you're trying to gloss over the fact that you've had men explore parts of you. Many men explore many parts of you many times. And then you're saying it's just as bad to look at a woman. Yes, it is bad to be looking at a woman like that. But to continue, you get it.
It is easier to date a fraud than it is to date a real one. I've been together with my man now for going on about 5 years. And when I tell you that is a good man, that is a good man. However, can I keep it a buck with y'all? Because you know my honesty is all I have. Good men are not perfect men. I don't say that as a diss to any man, to any good man, to my man. I say it as a reality check for the babes. Because when I first started dating him, which was like no time at all, but it was 5 years ago, and that was my first relationship. I had been in situationships, but nothing serious. It wasn't his first. So I would make comments like, you are literally so perfect. And this is like 1 year into our relationship. And I noticed that he'd always snicker to himself and be like, I'm not perfect. At first I was like, what in the self-sabotage? I said, this is a compliment, baby. Take it. He'd always just like laugh it off or whatever and just be like, I'm telling you, I'm not perfect, but thank you though. It wasn't until later on in the relationship that I understood why he did that. This was probably like almost 2 years in, and I had a little bit of a reality check where I was like, oh, this man isn't perfect. However, the very thing he was trying to avoid, I had fallen into of expecting perfection. So when he was a human, I was so shocked and taken aback, and he was like, but I told you I wasn't.
I told you that,
and you having this standard of expectation of me allows me no room to be human.
That's right.
And I was like, oh my freaking days. 2, a good man will require you to be a good woman, and that won't always be easy.
Exactly. And this is what modern women do. They be expecting it, and men be telling you this is the roadmap. This is the blueprint to get to where you want to go. But you don't see it, you don't listen to it until it's too late. And now you're saying, man, I really wish I would have listened. And I want a man now. But that's what we were trying to tell you. This is what the roadmap looks like. You told us You want a man with potential. Potential means maybe it's not necessarily here now, but I have the potential to be great. That means the greatness is coming in the future. So as a man, I have to work to build a future. And to build a future, I have to have a vision of it. And the vision of it would require me to build a roadmap. So I'm telling you right now, I know the vision and I have a roadmap of what these other dudes are going to be doing to you. Avoid that. Do this. Go here. Don't wear that. Don't say this. But what if I explain? I got it. In that case, go here. Do that. Say this. But modern women don't give men that authority in their lives to speak vision and future into their lives. And they stay right where they are. And they say, oh, because I got money, then I know more than you, that I have a vision. But you don't have a vision to have a family. You just have a vision to have a successful business. You want a family. So maybe next time, listen to the man and see what he tells you. And when he tells you what you need to know and what you need to hear, listen to it and say, okay, he's got a point. I'm following.
Since my goal is to be a wife and a mother, and I'm not sure that I'm going to have a career, how can I...
That is a career.
How can I serve my country doing that best?
You serve your country by teaching your children to love God and country. Don't ever say that being a mother is not a career. Being a mother is the most honorable career and profession. Every single one of those 10,000 that are laid to rest at that cemetery overlooking Omaha Beach, they had a mother that raised them to do what is right. You know, my mother had a saying. She said, a man must stand for something or else he'll fall for anything. We need moms to raise up true American patriots, men and women that will stand and fight. So never put yourself down. Be the strong fighter and raise up the next generation of Americans. And I'm honored that you would step to the microphone and speak with me.
Thank you so much.
Exactly. And to cap it off, modern women, modern society, radical feminists have told our young women being a mom isn't honorable. Nurturing, that's not honorable. Being able to take care of your children and your children know how to treat people with respect, that's not honorable. You need to be out here, give your children to a nanny. Give them to somebody else, let somebody else take care of them. You're too busy for them. You get out there and make the bag, and then you buy them a whole bunch of presents to let them know how much you love them. That's how you be a mother. And then your kid turns out to be an entitled, spoiled brat, and you wonder what went wrong, where you went wrong. You weren't a real parent. That's what was wrong. So hopefully she really appreciated that. She took that and she'll use that in her life. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Until the next video, I'm out.